and gentlemen, from KuAsh Theatre in Taman Tun Dr. Ismail Selangor, Malaysia, welcome to MYPW Fight Back! Our opening contest is the quarterfinal bout in the Journey to Gold tournament, scheduled for one fall.
Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Very warm welcome back, and of course, are you ready for MYPW Fight Back? As we kick off our first match of the day. Oh, I hope you guys are ready. As we welcome Orion Black. Of course, Orion, fresh from his first victory back after a long hiatus. He looks primed, he looks ready. There's no indication of ring rust whatsoever, and I can't wait to watch Orion Black back in action once more. One definitely wonders what goes on in the mind of Orion Black. There must be really dark and hurtful thoughts. His opponent, Shawwal, known to some as the Love Warrior. Yeah, you know, there's a saying, I would say a more traditionalist saying, that you gotta go straight to the point, man. Don't be pandering to the crowd too much. Don't be boogieing and pantomiming to the crowd. You gotta stay focused. And let's hope Shawwal can do it this time round after his recent loss.
From parts unknown, weighing in at 80 kilograms, Orion Black. And his opponent, from Gombak, Selangor, weighing in at 100 kilograms, Love Warrior, Shawwal. And when the bell rings, a referee in charge can't.
It looks like Shawwal has the adoration from the crowd. Yes, he may have love, but can he get the victory? As we welcome once again Johan Yusuf back to the commentary table together with me, Tony Abel.
Good to see you again, Tony. What a night, what a show we've got here today for every one of you MYPW Fight Back here at the illustrious, I would say sacred ground for MYPW KuAsh Theatre, as we kick things off with the first of two quarterfinal bouts in the Journey to Gold tournament that's taking place here in Fight Back.
Yeah, it's interesting that you say this is sort of like a very big or memorable place for MYPW. I would say we've been in KuAsh Theatre so many times, but as you can see on stage right now in the ring, we have Shawwal, who has been playing around for a bit too long, so much so that it garnered some discontent from Orion Black.
It looks like the fans want hugs, and Shawwal just gave referee Kent a little hug there. I think he wants one from Orion Black.
Well, I don't disagree. Oh, smart move by Orion Black. Headbutt straight to the chin of Shawwal.
I guess there's that old saying as well, nice guys don't finish last, but Shawwal wants to change that perception and be the one to finish first.
Yeah, but of course, Shawwal, as mentioned earlier on as well, he loves to pander to the crowd, and look at that! Jiggling and wiggling as much as he can. I don't know if that will serve him any well, Johan.
Well, Shawwal though, he has a little bit of an advantage here. Just tossed Orion Black with that hip toss, going for that sidewalk slam, and now he makes the first cover of the match. Only gets the 2 count though.
Yeah, I gotta admit to you, Johan, if Shawwal has an ounce of seriousness in him, you know, he has the size, he has the strength. I think he can easily break his opponents. But of course, as long as Orion Black is as driven as he is, as hungry for punishment as he is, look at that, straight to the snapmare and kick to the back of the head.
That's gotta leave a mark on the Love Warrior right there. As Orion Black goes for the kill right there, stomping away on Wait a minute, what's he? He just took one of our cameraman's camera and just...
Yeah, smile to the camera, Shawwal. You're tasting the hurt from Orion Black.
Shawwal is still in a daze right now on the mat as Orion Black looks to inflict more punishment on the Love Warrior.
This is more psychological damage rather than physical damage. Even Orion Black, someone as experienced as Orion Black, knows that if he touches Shawwal, oh, but looks like Shawwal comes back with one heck of a shoulder barge, sending Orion Black across the ring, and looks like he's down in a daze.
Tony, I've never really seen Shawwal this... I mean, he's all smiles, he's all fun and games sometimes, but there's a bit of a mean streak that is being shown, that's being demonstrated by him. He's a little bit more determined than ever. I think it's also because there's a lot at stake. A shot at being in the semi-finals of the Journey to Gold tournament where, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the tournament will become #1 contender to the MYPW Southeast Asia Championship.
Yeah, the Southeast Asia Championship is very, very tightly contested previously, and of course will be coveted as much as possible in the future as well. And looks like Orion Black is looking slowly but surely to put Shawwal away. Of course, he's asking politely for the fans to please keep quiet. I gotta settle some business here.
Knife edge chop there by Orion Black. Another kick to the spine of Shawwal, and that caught him winded right there. As Shawwal is like gasping for air for a bit, as we saw just now. Irish whip reversal. Tries to go for a clothesline. A hard chop by the Love Warrior. Tries to go for another clothesline. But Orion Black has other things in mind as he goes for a little snap suplex right there. And makes the cover. Could this be it? Not enough to put the Love Warrior down.
Yeah, one of the moves that he regularly goes back to. The snap suplex has been so effective, but of course he eats a Uranagi from Shawwal. But of course Shawwal has taken a lot of damage and will not be able to take advantage of this situation right here. Both men down and out, and referee administering the 10 count. Let's see if these two men, who will come up on top, who will be the more experienced one, who will be the hard-headed one to take this match away. As Shawwal trying his best to summon the energy
Yeah, he is doing his best to find that certain something inside of him so he could, you know, mount a comeback against Orion Black.
Well,
both
men just desperately trying to take the advantage here. Whoa!
Trading shots in the center of the ring. Orion Black with a clothesline makes the cover, but Shawwal kicks out.
Shawwal, you can see he's out of it, man. He's exhausted, trying to summon the energy from the crowd. Maybe the crowd hasn't been warmed up just yet.
The crowd are behind the Love Warrior. They're chanting for Shawwal. Will it be enough for him to mount that much needed comeback? Because Orion Black at this point in time has the match in his... Oh! Looks like he is able to mount the comeback.
Yeah.
Signaling for the elbow. Oh, another clothesline by the Love Warrior. Follows up with yet another clothesline.
Orion Black is in trouble now.
World's loveliest slam with authority. No!
Look at the disbelief on Shawwal's face.
And
he can't believe that it didn't manage to put away Orion Black.
Not just the disbelief, but you can see the desperation on Orion Black's face as well as he got that shoulder up.
Well, Orion Black is tasting the seriousness from Shawwal.
Oh, wait a minute. It looks like... Did Orion Black just tweak his knee when he got out of that predicament? Like...
While that landing looked a little bit sus, if I have to admit it myself, he did land at a very awkward angle, and it might just cost him the match.
Referee Kent checking on Orion Black to see if he can continue in this match. Shawwal on the other hand, rallying up the crowd. No!
Oh my goodness! The Reaper's resonance straight to the back of the head, and that is all she wrote as we find out our winner for the first match.
Here is your winner, and now advancing to the semifinals of the Journey to Gold Tournament, Orion Black.
Extremely intelligent from Orion Black. You can see his veteranness in him with his fake injuries, straight taking advantage when Shawwal is pandering to the crowd.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall.
Alright, looks like we are now on to our second match of the day as we welcome John Day.
Introducing first, from Singapore, by way of London, England, weighing in at 70 kilograms. Ahli Gusti Ketebaran Mama Anda Sumadi Rumah Teriksan
You know, many MYPW regulars might not even recognize this man right here, John Day. It has been 5 years, but most importantly, he looks like a totally different person now. 5 years ago, we see a very inexperienced John Day, but after 5 years later, John Day is back and looks like he is in his peak physique, I would say.
his opponent from Selangor, weighing in at 62 kilograms, MYPW man, KuAsh.
Yeah, but most importantly, we cannot leave out this man right here as well. KuAsh, fresh from his first victory with MYPW, KuAsh looks like he is ready to collect more and more W's after his first major L against Carlo Cannon. You know, just like John Day, KuAsh was also a totally different warrior, a totally different wrestler when we first saw him, and now both men are battle ready.
Yeah, like you said, 5 years ago, the last time we saw John Day in a MyPW ring was at Evo 3, and funny enough to say this, he didn't even have a surname back then when he wrestled in MyPW for the first time. But after 5 years, you know, training in Grapple Max Pro Wrestling and now making the United Kingdom his home, where he also furthers his training as well over there, I would say that John Day is the most confident looking, the most confident he's ever looked in a while. He looks like a superstar, if I have to be really honest.
Well, both men in the ring do look like superstars. Both men in the ring do look ready. And KuAsh, most of all, looks very, very hungry for this victory.
Well, he did pick up a win over the debuting Ben Hamza at Causeway Jam recently, so he has that momentum going in his favor as both men now. A little bit of grappling right here to kickstart this match. Roll up from John Day, not enough to put KuAsh down. Another roll up. Will this be it?
Ooh, you can see John Day is showing off his training, like you say earlier on as well, Johan, that he has been training in the United Kingdom as well, and of course he has some moves to show off here at MyPW.
Very crafty and very ring savvy is John Day. KuAsh, of course, I mean, it is interesting that you point out the metamorphosis of both of these men as well, as they both lock up right there. Colin will tie up. KuAsh now, kick to the gut. To the corner goes John Day. Back elbow by John Day. Oh, look at this.
Oh, a very unique move that we are seeing straight to the turnbuckle. Wow, a little bit unorthodox, as well as that half sling bit, I would say.
That core strength from John Day is impressive as he makes the cover by KuAsh with the shoulder up.
What a move by John Day too. Just standing face plant. KuAsh hits the mat really hard and looks like he is in the daze right now.
KuAsh is probably thinking, how do I even prepare for a guy like John Day with those kind of maneuvers, as John Day now goes for a knee to the corner.
Yeah, so far whatever KuAsh has for John Day has had a reply, and KuAsh seems to be out of ideas right now.
Reverse worm on John Day's part, but KuAsh using referee Kent as a shield. And now a rake to the eye.
That's the way, KuAsh. Out of ideas, straight to the wheelhouse, taking advantage of every single situation that he can find, KuAsh. And now he is on top, punching John Day.
KuAsh the southpaw when it comes to those mounted punches, as he drops John Day with a neck breaker.
Cover up. Only a 2 as John Day kicks out. You can see John Day is pretty much in pain. That might have caught John Day, you know, by surprise.
The fans letting KuAsh know exactly how they feel about him, and it is not positive. As John Day looks to mount a comeback right here. Couple of shots to the body. KuAsh though, with a knee. Now to a hitlock right there, a side hitlock. As John Day tries to get himself out of that predicament, but it looks like KuAsh has other plans in store. Whoa. Waist lock right there.
Oh, what a German suplex by John Day, and looks like a Guken is down and out. Shoulder block after shoulder block. And now John Day is at an advantage.
Could be going for like a fisherman suplex of some sort, but Guken got himself out. Thrust kick. Probably looking for a spear right there, but John Day on the other hand has the leg hook. Ooh! Fisherman suplex!
Yeah, beautiful fisherman suplex by John Day right there as he starts firing up, summoning the strength from the crowd, getting the emotions, fueling himself up. Let's see if John Day can put this away as quickly as possible, as Guken seems to be momentarily out. Oh, great reversal by Guken. There's the spear!
There's that spear! That could be over! That could be over right there! And Guken gets the win!
No way!
Here is your winner, KuAsh!
That one lonely spear putting away John Day. What a comeback for John Day after 5 years away from MYPW. He's being shown that the MYPW wrestlers right now has certainly got the chops and has certainly scored this victory. I wonder how John Day is going to take this defeat.
The following contest is a 2-on-1 handicap match scheduled for one fall.
You know that sound. Our next match.
Introducing first, from weighing at 70 kilos, here's your fellow Uptown lowlife, Cornelia! And his dancing partner from Santa Bacchio, weighing at 85 kilos of blazing energy! Blazing!
Just a little bit unusual from this pairing who we seen competing a lot recently. Both Cornelius Lowe and Blazing Raj have been teaming up and facing countless of wrestlers, countless of opponents, but this is the most important part right here. Will they be ready for this man right here?
And their opponent, the one-man dynasty!
There has to be a reason why he is called the One-Man Dynasty, and I got a very strange feeling that you, the MYPW universe, will be seeing that exact reason why. This man is in the peak of his physique. The last match that he had here in MYPW, I would say the last couple of matches, because after putting away Miles Carew, this man right here has continued on. After that 2 back-to-back victories, now he's facing these 2 men in the ring, both Cornelius Low and also Blazing Raj, alone.
What a way for Janwan to get the match started. I mean, yeah, now the bell has been rung and Janwan just immediately clotheslining both Cornelius Low and Blazing Raj. Right. I mean, this is a 2-on-1 handicap match, but considering the, you know, the rocky relationship that Raj and Low have together, I don't know if they can function well as a team, as a tandem, as a unit, as Janwan just manhandles Blazing Raj so effortlessly.
Right from the get-go, Johan, Janwan has, you know, has shown how much strength he has. You can see that height towering over these 2 men. You can see that strength, that size come into play. And of course, Cornelius Low, as hard-headed as he is, as defiant as he is, just runs into trouble with Janwan. But looks like Cornelius Low dishing out some punishment to Janwan, although doesn't seem like Janwan is feeling it.
Oh my goodness, that open hand chop right there, taking Cornelius Low down, and Janwan now with a right hand staggering our fellow Uptown Lowlife.
Looks like Low might be at a new low, but seems like he is able to avoid a crushing spear at the turnbuckle as he mounts some fight back here against Janwan.
I mean, the event is called Fight Back after all, so he's got to fight back against this Herculean monster in front of him. And Janwan, oh look at that, makes it. Blazing Raj tags himself in. Good call on the part of Raj. And now, what on earth is Cornelius Low doing? Using Blazing Raj as a stepping stone to stomp Janwan down to the mat, but Janwan is not enough to put Janwan down.
You gotta be kidding me, right? An assisted step up stomp is not able to even get Janwan down for the 2.
Low and Raj, look, you know, tagging in and out, probably trying to confuse Janwan right now as he eats an enziguri by Blazing Raj. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, look at this! While he has Low in that fireman's carry, just boots Raj and drops Low onto his tag team partner right there.
The idea was there for this 2 Lowlife, but just didn't seem like it phased Janwan at all. The one-man dynasty indeed showing off. Why is he called as such? As he slowly, methodically puts away Blazing Raj. You know, I've been in a match such as this before, a handicap match 2-on-1. You gotta take advantage of the numbers game. You know, you have 2 people in the ring, you have 2 people sharing the stamina, sharing the workload. Blazing Raj thinking that he can put him away, but slow! What a slingshot slide walk slam straight to Blazing Raj. This might put him away.
Raj with the shoulder up there, Tony. I mean, yeah, you've been in a handicap match before, and I remembered how grueling it was for you to be in such a situation. You know, looking at this match as well, Raj is not in a very, very good position as Janwan threatening referee Joey right there.
You know, Janwan, you know, he deserves this kind of confidence, I would say. although a little bit uncalled for. But Janwen has shown, maybe just got a little bit too cocky as the Blazing Raj manages to hurt his knee some sort. And now Janwen is in trouble, eating a Samoan drop.
That powered whatever strength that Raj was able to master to hit that Samoan drop. That is giving him the confidence that he needs to pick up the win. Wait a minute. Low just tagged himself right in. This is almost like deja vu after what we witnessed at Causeway Jam as well. And
you know, in Causeway Jam, it costed them the match. In Fight Back, I see the same pattern, man. You mentioned earlier on, Johan, that they have had a rocky status, I would say. And now Low is just, he's out of it. He's just not focused on the match anymore. As Janwen,
Northern Lights bomb on Low and
screaming at Blazing Raj, and doesn't seem like Blazing Raj even bothers to help the lowlife anymore.
And he's got no choice because, you know, Janwen sent Low crashing into Raj, essentially tagging Raj in, and now look at what Janwen has in mind. Picking up Raj on the second rope and hits him with a devastating suplex from the outside to the inside of the ring.
Beautiful, beautiful suplex from the one-man dynasty. This might just be it for Blazing Raj as he eats another Northern Light bomb. And it is lights out for the lowlife and Blazing Raj.
Here is your winner,
Tony, back at New Breed, Janwen defeated both Miles Carew and Matty Romano back to back, but here he pretty much defeated two men in the same match, in the same ring, asserting dominance just like he did at New Breed, right here at Fight Back, as we look at just the raw, immense power from Janwen. And it looks to me Janwen has some things to say.
Whatever he has to say, I will listen, man. You do you, Dynasty.
Y'all entertained? Yeah! Y'all entertained? Yeah! Well, I'm not. Janwen came to MYPW for one reason only. Big checks.
Can't blame him.
Meaningless squabble like this do not mean anything to me. Pointless.
Harsh words by the one-man dynasty.
So MYPW board of directors giving you an ultimatum. Next time you bring my ass down here, best be for a title shot. Or else.
I guess Janwen has his eyes on, well, there's the MyPW World Championship and the Southeast Asia Championship. Which one would he go for? Which one? Which title? Will our board of directors present him a title shot for?
Well, after that destruction of MyPW wrestlers, whatever Janwen wants, you give it to him.
The following contest is a quarterfinal bout in the Journey to Gold tournament scheduled for one fall.
Kongsi, mari bicara. Kongsi pendapat dan juga idea. Masuk kongsi tiada keluar. Biar kongsi
Yeah, looks like we are gonna welcome Kaizel into the ring. Of course, Kaizel have had quite the career so far here in MYPW, scoring a victory against Malaysia's #1 pro wrestler, first ever pro wrestler I would say, in D. But of course, let's not forget that Kaizel is fresh off a defeat from D as well, where it stands 1-1 between those two men.
Alright.
Now greetings to the world. Vice of the one big gang still alongside Skrillex. Time for no. Ooh-wee.
But of course, after that devastating victory, the D showing that he can put away Kaizel. Now it's Kaizel's turn to reply. It's his turn to show what he can do against Jack Alexander, who also fresh off from a defeat from the match of MYPW versus Grapple Max, Malaysia versus Singapore. This man right here, Jack Alexander, unfortunately didn't bring home the bragging rights for Team Malaysia, but of course he has plenty to prove.
Introducing first, from Moore Johor, weighing in at 80 kilograms, the International Hitman, Kaizel! And his opponent, from Sandakan, Sabah, weighing in at 1 bottle of secret sauce, yeah boy, Shaman Jack Alexander! And when the bell rings, our referee in charge, Joey.
More and more of the secret sauce. We did manage to see plenty of the secret sauce so far, but of course we would love to see how the secret sauce would be able to help Jack Alexander this time round. Have you tried the secret sauce before, Johan?
I don't think Jack Alexander is the type who would give a secret sauce to just about anyone. He's gotta save it for his matches. And especially in this kind of match where so much is at stake, as two of MYPW's brightest young stars go head to head for an opportunity to advance further into the Journey to Gold tournament.
Yeah, like what you said there, Johan. Two bright young stars showing off what they are capable of. Two blue chip prospects of MYPW seems to be facing each other. I guess this in itself sort of works as a decider on who is the better upstart among these two.
This is a very interesting exchange of holes between both Jack Alexander and Kaizel to kick off this, what I feel will be an amazing match between these two.
Oh, as Kaizel eats a chop right to the chest as Jack Alexander looks to the rope, slinging Kaizel right across the ring.
Kaizel and Jack Alexander, they were both in last year's Journey to Gold tournament. Kaizel losing to the Butcher Man. Jack Alexander making it to the semi-finals after defeating Tommy RD, but losing out to the Wonder Boy. Could this be Jack Alexander's year for a change? Will he be in the finals as he hits that dropkick on Kaizel?
Yeah, beautifully done. Looks like Kaizel seems a little bit in the daze as well. But of course, Kaizel, you do not, disregard his ability at all. Look at that. Kaizel is smart. You can see with his victory against D and so on and so forth. Kaizel is a smart operator.
And it's kind of interesting you brought that up because the way Kaizel has been wrestling as of late almost feels like he's been doing this for years.
Yeah, that's really smart from Kaizel as well. It looks like he has learned a lot so far from the MYPW Development Center as Kaizel looks for the easiest way and the most straightforward way for victory. And that, I gotta admit, is the best way to score a victory.
Well, I feel bad for the fan who spent a lot of time making that sign for the shaman of the secret sauce as Kaizel just tore it up. Wait a minute! Jack Alexander corkscrew plunger!
Beautiful corkscrew plunger from Jack Alexander telling Kaizel, you did not tear up my sign, you little ass.
Well, he got another sign right there, so always good to prepare backup in case anything happens as Jack Alexander sends the international hitman back into the ring.
You know, the ability to fly over the ring ropes even without his secret sauce. One might wonder how much more advantage will he have if he takes that secret sauce.
Rake to the eye by Kaizel. Referee Joey tried to admonish him, but Kaizel doesn't care at all. He'll do whatever it takes to win.
Straightforward, effective wrestling. Disregarding the crowd whatsoever, asking the crowd to shut up as he eats a counter from Jack Alexander as Jack Alexander looks to mount a comeback to no avail.
Dragon screw at the corner, that's going to limit Jack Alexander's mobility, especially when you consider the fact that Alexander loves to fly off the ropes.
Oh! I think he's hurt. I think he's hurt. Looks like Jack Alexander is receiving a ton of punishment from Kaizel.
Oh my goodness. The way Jack Alexander's knee just buckled after that kick. Look at that replay once again. The way he just buckled after that. How is he? I don't know if he can even continue.
You know, as much pain, as much suffering as Jack Alexander is in right now, you gotta give it to Kaizel. That was smart by Kaizel. Limiting Jack Alexander, you know, taking the energy out of his legs, targeting his legs, make sure he's not able to recover from it. You know, if Jack Alexander has working legs, he would be able to make it to his secret sauce even easier. Am I right, John?
Exactly. Jack Alexander tried an enziguri, but look at Kaizel just go attacking the knees, Tony. Like, oh my goodness.
Looks like Kaizel has plans for Jack Alexander, and you gotta admit, it doesn't look good for Jack Alexander.
Romero specials. Targeting the knees, the back, the shoulder. That's gotta hurt a lot. It's gonna take out a lot on Jack Alexander as he transitions to a dragon sleeper right here. But Jack Alexander, you know, as bizarre as he can be at times, if not most times, he will always find a way out of any predicament he's in.
Yes, really unorthodox style from Jack Alexander, but seems like he is in quite the trouble as he eats kicks after kicks, punishment after punishment to that left knee.
And you can tell, Tony, he's desperate. He's reaching out to that bottle of secret sauce, and Kaizel is ensuring he does not go anywhere near, he does not take even a sip of that secret sauce.
Well, we've seen what that secret sauce was capable of, you know, in previous matches, heck, even in New Breed 2 as well. But of course, Jack Alexander just cannot outsmart Kaizel, the international hitman. You can tell just by his moniker itself that Kaisel is really a smart operator. He takes every advantage as he can, but just for now cannot put Jack Alexander away.
Alexander with the shoulder up, but the punishment he's been taking, those dragon screw leg whips from Kaisel, pretty much neutralizing whatever offense, especially high-flying offense, that Jack Alexander loves to utilize in his matches. And now Kaisel looking for, could be a backdrop, I think. And look at Jack Alexander trying to reach out for the secret sauce again.
What punishment to the same knee of Jack Alexander.
And now going for a single leg Boston crab, a half crab, whatever you call it. It is going to tear at Alexander's knee right there as Kaisel brings it to the center of the ring. Jack Alexander trying to mount a comeback, and he does.
Reverses it, but no, looks like Jack Alexander is hobbling on 1 feet only. Will he be able to take Kaisel down? Looks like it's an impossible feat. It's
like you definitely need all those power in those legs to master those hard elbow shots that Alexander is desperately trying to do right here. Oh my goodness. This, Tony, you know, I've called dozens, if not tons of matches here in MYPW, but this is immensely painful to see. Wait a minute, Jack Alexander! No! Sabahan Destroyer right there, taking out Kaisel.
That came out of literally nowhere. One would have already counted Jack Alexander down and out, but beautiful Sabahan Destroyer.
But still, Tony, not enough to put Kaisel down.
Yeah, after receiving all that punishment to the knees, one might wonder whether that knee damage did limit the damage done to Kaisel as well. Hence, the 2 count only.
Oh, there he goes for the secret sauce! But can he down it in one gulp? Which is what he really needs at this point in time. Oh, hit butt. Goes low. Still has that shot. He still has that secret sauce in his hand.
That damaged Kaisel quite a bit, and looks like he managed to buy Jack Alexander some time to take his secret sauce.
And just like that, he's got that much needed second win. Will he be able to oh no! Big Masahiro Chono like Yakuza kick by Kaisel on Jack Alexander.
No way! All he needed to do, Jack Alexander, was swallow.
Looks like there is some second wind. Looks like there is some life in Jack Alexander. Takes him down with a clothesline. And a hard elbow shot, taking the International Hitman down.
Looks like even though he ate that Yakuza kick, that secret sauce did manage to come to play as he manages to take down Kaisel and goes for the pin.
But Kaisel with the shoulder up, this match is still going to continue. It has definitely, Tony, it has definitely taken a huge toll on Jack Alexander. And while Kaisel, you know, Kaisel is also winded. Maybe not as weakened as Jack Alexander, but definitely winded as well.
Nah, it doesn't look like Jack Alexander. You know, his knees might be hurt, but that secret sauce seems to be some kind of all cure. And looks like he manages to summon up the strength to climb up to the top rope.
Kaisel has other ideas in mind though. It looks like he could be going for a superplex right here.
Dangerously perched at the corner turnbuckle here, right on top of the ring post.
And Alexander with a series of headbutts taking Kaisel down. what on earth is he gonna be able to do with bad knees in this match? Oh my goodness!
My goodness!
The Spiral Shaman! That has to be it, Tony! If he can just make that cover, we could see Alexander in the semi-finals!
Whoa! 2.9999. It just couldn't hit 3 count. That was as close as the referee could have got to the 3 count with that beautiful Spiral Shaman.
Alexander, oh, he's going back for the secret sauce again. Probably taking one last swig of it.
But no! He's out of secret sauce! All that secret sauce sprayed out of his mouth when he ate that Yakuza kick from Kaizo.
And look at Kaizo sensing the end is near with that back elbow.
Oh, looks like Kaizo has something sinister in mind.
Painful reminder locked in.
Reminding everyone that Kaizo is not to be trifled with.
And now, advancing to the semifinals of the Journey to Gold Tournament, Kaizo!
You know, an amazing effort from Jack Alexander, but Kaizo seems to be the more effective operator in this situation. Jack Alexander got overzealous with his secret sauce. He thought he managed to down the entire bottle of secret sauce, but once he ate that Yakuza kick from Kaizo, all that secret sauce is gone.
The following contest is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, representing Vietnam Pro Wrestling, accompanied by X-Pac, the team of Sid Nguyen, and the Vietnam Pro Wrestling Openweight Champion, Rocky Hoon, the Saigon
You know, these two men in the ring right now has a lot and a lot to prove. Some of the more hardcore Southeast Asian wrestling fans might not have even seen these two in action, but I gotta tell you.
What type of introduction was that? I'm not having some guy who looks like the definition of swipe left on Tinder introduce.
You're one to talk, Mr. Short Pants.
Hey! No, you listen up!
Really disrespectful.
Chant it all you want, it won't change the outcome of his reality. Now listen to me. My name is Xavier Patricks, but you can just call me the X-Pac. And I am the voice of the greatest promotion in all of Southeast Asia. I'm talking about Vietnam Pro Wrestling. And these two gentlemen, you listen up. These two gentlemen, they are national heroes to Vietnam. To my left, we have the VPW Openweight Champion, Awesome Taurus Rocky Nguyen. He's a legend! And to my right, we have a man who is known as the Prince of Wrestling, Sid Nguyen, an icon. We are Southeast Asian Wrestling. VPW is the focus. In fact, these two are not just wrestling superstars. You're gonna see them on the big screen reel too. You're gonna see them on the big screen when Chris Jericho produced a documentary about Vietnam Pro Wrestling. You heard that right, Jericho is VPW, not MYPW.
Cocky stuff.
Yeah, drink it in, man. Hi, Chris. Hi. Now tonight, these two are facing your hometown heroes. You call them the Juicy Boys. Look at that. They're so juicy. Juicy Boys.
Expecting is funny.
It's funny because they call themselves the Juicy Boys, but it seems to me anytime they enter a room, everything tends to dry up. If you catch the bullets that I'm shooting. Do I suck? Do I suck? So listen up, Juicy Boys. I believe the time has come for you to play your silly
Malaysia
song.
Pro Wrestling. This is the Wonder Boy and this is Mouse Karu, and we are the Juicy Boys. Now we're scheduled to face the Saigon Hunters from Vietnam at MYPW FIGHTBACK on the 3rd of August.
And the Saigon Hunters, they're hunters. And we have to get to the root of what hunters do to be able to beat them. Hunters hunt in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle.
Oh. What is this? Interestingly produced a video just to play some mind games with the Saigon Hunters. You know, Expat did raise quite the point when he mentioned that the Saigon Hunters are quite the pair to be messing with. But these two boys in the ring right now, the Juicy Boys, doesn't seem like they are afraid of anything, heading straight to the jungle and ready to face the Saigon Hunters.
Huge tag team match we have here, Tony. Wow, what an electric atmosphere here in KuAsh Theatre for MYPW FIGHTBACK as the Juicy Boys make quite the entrance. It looks like the Saigon Hunters, their first time here in the MYPW ring. looking to capture the adulation of the fans, but obviously the hometown heroes are the ones with the adulation, with the admiration.
Both Miles KuAsh and the Wonder Boy getting all the love from the crowd here at the MYPW Fight Back show.
Very, very interesting match here. Matter of fact, this isn't... Oh, wait a minute! From behind, Rocky Hun and Sid Nguyen attacking both Wonder Boy and Miles KuAsh. I mean, this isn't the first time the Juicy Boys went up against Vietnam competition. Earlier this year, they went up in a losing effort against Venom Shank when they visited Vietnam Pro Wrestling. But things are a little different here. Oh, double drop kick! Nicely done by the Juicy Boys. Things are a little different as this time Vietnam Pro Wrestling comes to MYPW. And another interesting point to take note of, we've seen the Juicy Boys team up in Vietnam Pro Wrestling, in Singapore Pro Wrestling. But this is the first time, Tony. This is the first time that Miles and the Wonder Boy come together as a duo in a MYPW ring.
Wow, a lot of firsts right now in the ring. This is also the first time VPW, Vietnam Pro Wrestling, is wrestling in the MYPW ring. You did mention earlier on as well that these two Juicy Boys has made their debut in Vietnam Pro Wrestling. But how will the Vietnamese wrestler fare with their first time? As you can see, when they were pandering to the crowd, that, you know, they didn't seem the most comfortable when it comes to the Malaysian crowd. Maybe they weren't too familiar with the Malaysian crowd.
Hostile territory is the name of the game as Wonder Boy makes the cover, but the Vietnam Pro Wrestling Openweight Champion Rocky Hun kicks out of that.
Yeah, we have a former champion in Miles KuAsh as well, holding both the WrestleCon and also the National Championship, and both men looks to use their experience to their advantage.
That's right. I mean, it hasn't been smooth sailing for the Juicy Boys. Miles KuAsh, of course, we last saw him in that 8-man elimination tag team match against the Grapple Max team.
Oh, dirty stuff from X-Pat. Looks like he messed up the match just so Miles KuAsh could eat a kick right to the back.
X-Pat shouldn't even get involved. I mean, come on, the guy... What did the guy said about me earlier? That the definition of swipe... What, swipe left?
He shouldn't be speaking whilst wearing a pair of shorts in the ring. That is so unprofessional. Typical of expats.
I'm just waiting for Derek Guy to make a thread on this guy on Twitter one day, as Sid Nguyen is now the legal man from his team, and he's going to do what he can to make an example out of Miles KuAsh. But the crowd, on the other hand, firmly behind the Juicy Boys in this match, and rightfully so.
Well, we've seen these two superstars from Juicy Boys in singles competition a lot. You can see the more serious side of them in singles competition. But when it comes to being in a tag team, these two men just become boys. They seem to be having way more fun. They seem to be more, you know, creative in their moves. But also, because they are not too serious, they might eat some punishment from their opponents, much like right now.
Sid Nguyen making the tag to Rocky Hun, who is now the legal man, Snap Bear. Well, again, I also want to point out as well, the Juicy Boys, they aren't doing too well. Miles KuAsh, of course, the last man in his team during that huge MYPW versus Grapple Max 8-man elimination tag team match. And as for the Wonder Boy, he's had a very rough week. Just 1 week ago, He lost the MyPW Southeast Asia Championship to Shivam, who we will see later on in the main event against Carlo Cannon for the MyPW World Championship, as Rocky Hun delivers that sling blade, goes for the cover, not enough to put Miles Karu down.
Well, the fans are still summoning some power, trying to get that energy out of the Juicy Boys as Miles Karu continues to eat punishment after punishment after punishment. How much more can Miles Karu take, one might ask?
Sid Nguyen going after the left arm of the former MyPW National and WrestleCon champion, as he looks to ground Miles Karu even more right here. Very methodical. Very methodical is just the way that both of these men from Vietnam are working against the Juicy Boys.
Well, Johan, it's in their name itself, you know, there is a reason why they're called the Hunters. But right now, Miles Karu seem to have summoned enough strength to put the Saigon Hunters down and going for the tag.
But Sid Nguyen doing everything he can to make sure Miles Karu does not reach out to Wonder Boy. Oh, that arm is favoring. That left arm is not doing too good for Miles Karu.
A few slaps to the arm, still not enough to summon the strength to put him down. And looks like Miles Karu is down.
Hook the leg! Still not enough to put Miles Karu down.
That is really smart from the Saigon Hunters. Still working non-stop, not pandering, not even worrying about what the fans think. They might be in unfamiliar territory right now, but they are dishing out the punishment to the homeboys.
For a moment, I thought both of these men were gonna go for that double Kamigoye that has finished off a lot of their opponents as well, but it looks like Miles Karu might have a chance
as he mounts a comeback against the Saigon Hunters, trying to put them away as Miles Karu goes to the turnbuckle, but no, eats the turnbuckle, and looks like Miles Karu might be regretting not tagging in the Wonder Boy.
But he needs to tag him right now. Wait a minute, X-Pat! Distracting referee can't! Miles Karu did make the tag to the Wonder Boy!
Oh no!
As he comes in hard, but I don't think that tag is legal, Tony!
Yeah!
X-Pat is still distracting referee can't, and now referee can't sees the Wonder Boy in the ring! Slimy move by X-Pat. What is he even doing here at ringside?
Do your job, referee. Come on, you had one job.
The frustration setting in on the Wonder Boy, and rightfully so.
As we continue to see Miles Karu, he has already been exhausted after receiving all that punishment, continues to receive more punishment from the Saigon Hunters.
Miles Karu now mounting a comeback European uppercut on both Hun and Nguyen. Oh! Both men going straight for the knees. Could be going for a double Kamigoye. No! That did not meet the mark.
Really smart move. Really smart. Rolling out of the way by Miles Karu.
Oh! Low drop kick to the knees. Make the tag to the Wonder Boy.
Finally, now you see it, referee.
Wonder Boy dropping Rocky Hun with those clotheslines, elbows, everything he has in his arsenal. Knee meets face, or face meets knee in this case. Beautiful springboard moonsault right there. I mean, sure, X-Pat was harping about Chris Jericho being a part of VPW, and it may not be a lion salt, but it's the closest thing we got from the Wonder Boy. And now Miles Karu, look at the agility of this young man. Back into the ring. Springboard into the outside. But watch out for the Wonder Boy. You know he loves to take flight. And he does. It never gets old, ladies and gentlemen.
Firing up the crowd. The Wonder Boy is fired up himself as he sends the legal competitor into the ring as Miles Karu and the Wonder Boy are trying to put this match away.
Juicy Killer connects! And now Miles Karu going for the cover. Could this be it? No, still some fight left in Rocky Hun.
Oh, I thought it was over already, man. That looked like a clean maneuver from the Juicy Boys. Unfortunately, the Saigon Hunters still have a second wind in them.
Indeed they do.
Oh,
And that's a beautiful code breaker there by Rocky Hun.
literally out of nowhere, and he puts Miles Karu down and out once again as they target locks on Miles Karu, looking to put him away for good this time.
And now Sigwin with a cutter! Taking out Miles Karu by surprise right there. Almost as if Miles Karu needs eyes at the back of his head as well. And maybe another pair of eyes in front to make sure that, you know, he gets enough vision knowing what is about to hit him. As both members of Saigon Hunter with a double Kamigoya, could this be it? Somehow, Miles Karu finds a way to get that right shoulder up and continue on in this match.
No way! I thought Miles Karu was out. Miles Karu eat both knees cleanly right to the chin, but no, you can see the heart from Miles Karu, but he
wait a minute!
Eats more punishment as the referee gets taken out.
Referee was taken out as he took the brunt of that elbow shot. Wait a minute, X-Pat is coming into the ring. Can we get that guy out of here?
Yeah.
Bad enough that he has bad fashion sense. Does he really need to display it even further? Oh!
That must have got you excited, Johan. X-Pat eats a knee.
I think excited is an understatement. That Chrome Dome deserved every bit of that, Tony.
But of course now, Wonder Boy taking advantage of the situation as well, putting down the Saigon Hunters, both men.
Oh! Rocky Hun riding the Wonder Wave from the Wonder Boy, and now it looks like this match is in the Juicy Boys' favor as Sigwin eats a knee and an elbow. And now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for what is about to come? It is the Juicy Special!
That's got to put him away. 1, 2, 3, and get out.
There we see that Wonder Wave on Rocky Hun. And then the Juicy Special on Sigwin, enough to seal the victory for the Juicy Boys, who, funny enough, I would say, making their debut as a tag team in MYPW.
Yeah, disappointing debut for VPW, but definitely.
Hang on a second, Tony. What is going on here?
Oh, no way.
That does not look good. The Horrors sending a message to the Juicy Boys. We know that there's been some unfinished business between the two teams, and it looks like the Juicy Boys, could they be going after the Horrors as MyPW Tag Team Championships!
Message received, but the Juicy Boy just don't care. They are that confident, they are that ready. Bring it on, the Horus.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. And it is for the Championship Wrestling Entertainment Vixen Championship.
Hi, Sugar Poppy. As you all know, I'll be facing Alexis Lee for her CWE Vixen Championship at MYPW FIGHTBACK on August 3rd. We have known each other for a really long time, and I've fought her multiple times in countries like Singapore, Philippines, and Malaysia. But the difference is, this time, I'm going to win and take her championship away. Because it's Poppy's era. Bye!
Poppy, Poppy, Poppy. Malaysia's first female pro wrestler. And I am Alexis frigging Lee, Singapore's first female pro wrestler. And I think that makes us the one and only. The ones that are worth a damn, because you know what? We've broken barriers, we've made history, we created our own legacies that no one can take away from us. And you know what? The first time we ever met was at a MyPW show. Since then, we've wrestled in Singapore, Malaysia, even in the Philippines. And this time around, we're back in Malaysia, MyPW for singles match again. But, you know, a very big difference between you and me is that my legacy has me known around the world. Has me wrestling big names from India Hartwell to Amy Sakura, Hiroyo Matsumoto, even Riho. And at the same time, I have also won multiple championships. So, what has your legacy brought you?
What a proclamation from Alexis frigging Lee. As she walks out here, her usual I don't give an F attitude, showing off why she has been champion for over 2,000 days. Very confident stuff said by Alexis Lee, I must say. But looks like Poppy is ready to come back and be champion. Fresh off her recent comeback victory in a mixed tag match with Tommy Hardy, will that momentum, will that victory bring more confidence to Poppy as she takes on a familiar challenge?
Introducing first, the challenger from Kuala Lumpur, the trendiest superstar, Poppy! And her opponent, representing Singapore Pro Wrestling from Singapore, she is the Championship Wrestling Entertainment Vixen Champion, the Lion City Hit Girl, Alexis freaking Lee! And when the bell rings, your referee in charge, Joey.
The duality of Alexis frigging Lee is certainly on show right now. You know, Poppy once considered Alexis Lee one of her closest friends in the world. But of course, that duality comes to show when Alexis frigging Lee hits the ring. And once they are in the match, all friendship are set aside.
Especially, Tony, especially with a championship on the line like the CWE Vixens Championship that Alexis friggin' Lee has, as you mentioned, held for an unprecedented over 2,000 days.
You know, Alexis Lee certainly showing why or what is her mentality going into this match with that pre-match promo. Very confident stuff by Alexis, telling Poppy that, you know, she has been wrestling over and over again, defending titles all over the world, and still she is a champion.
And Alexis, you know, she rattled off, you know, after that shoulder block, of course, she rattled off all of those names that she's wrestled. Indy Hartwell, the legendary Emi Sakura, the first ever AEW Women's World Champion Riho. And not to mention, she's wrestled just about anywhere and everywhere in the world. Just recently, Alexis Lee, she just competed in a match for Tokyo Joshi Pro Wrestling as well. So, you know, aside from the experience, aside from the fact that she's one of the pioneers of women's wrestling in Southeast Asia, she has definitely accomplished a lot.
Yeah, Alexis frigging Lee, certainly no stranger to matches. Look at that
roll up.
Experience comes to show as Poppy returns the favor.
Both of these women, I mean, you know, Alexis Lee is definitely a pioneer as Poppy goes for the cover, but let's not take anything away from Poppy. She's a pioneer in MYPW as well. Matter of fact, you and I were there for Poppy's first match. She was, after all, the very first woman to step through those curtains and into the MYPW ring. So she has to be taken a lot of credit for everything that she's accomplished and that she's contributed to the Southeast Asian women's wrestling scene.
But since that very day until today, as comparison with Alexis friggin' Lee, it's certainly two very different pathways.
Look at Poppy go!
Ooh, looks like Poppy might have caught her foot onto the ropes and did not catch Alexis Lee as well as she thought she would.
And look at this! Poppy taking the CWE Vixens Championship and just parading it around like as if she won the match. But you can tell, I mean, we don't usually see Poppy take risks like that. But with a championship on the line, she'll do whatever it takes.
Well, that's not very smart for Poppy, unfortunately. She gotta know that if she hits Alexis with that championship, she will not be able to win it.
Now rolls Alexis Lee back into the ring. What will Poppy do? Goes right for the cover, hooks the leg. Not enough to put the champion down.
Yes, we mentioned earlier on as well, Johan, both Alexis Lee and Poppy's career have had very, very different pathways. Unfortunately, for Poppy, she did take a few breaks in between, thus halting her momentum and not being able to be as coveted or as decorated as Alexis Lee is.
And when we saw her return as well, Tony, I feel like this is a much different Poppy than what we have been used to seeing. She's more driven, more motivated, more focused. And she definitely is here to prove that, you know, the Poppy of old is no more. Whatever this Poppy is definitely a much more driven one than what we saw in the past, as Alexis Lee takes out Poppy right there. Could this be it? No!
Yeah. Sending a kiss over to Poppy before hitting her with that
planting her face down, as we saw, if we take a look at that again earlier. And now,
only for the 2 count, as Alexis Lee unusually slaps Poppy right in the thighs as she prepares for some sort of a superplex from the top rope.
It looks like it is gonna be a superplex, but Poppy holding on for dear life. She does not want to take any more risks like this.
Oh, reverses, hits Alexis Lee. Alexis Lee hits the mat as Poppy looks to go to the sky.
Second rope codebreaker takes out Alexis freaking Lee. Do we have a new champion right here? Wait a minute. Alexis using her ring awareness to put a foot on the rope. Referee Joey sees it. And unfortunately for Poppy, it was so close, yet so far.
All those years of preparation, all those years of experience has come to show for Alexis Lee, showing Poppy that it's not just big moves that win you matches. It's ring awareness, it's experience. You can't just win by hitting me the hardest you can.
And now Poppy ascending the second rope. Could she be going for another codebreaker again? Oh, a spear! From out of nowhere by Alexis freaking Lee! Goes for the cover! And Alexis Lee retains the CWE Vixens Championship!
Unfortunately,
here is your winner, and still Championship Wrestling Entertainment Vixen Champion, Alexis freaking Lee!
Unfortunately, Poppy's first match back, first singles match back, was unsuccessful, but that was quite the mountain to climb when you're facing someone as decorated, as experienced as Alexis Lee.
Could this be the last we see of these 2 women in the ring, or will there be more to come?
Well, that smirk from Poppy tells you that she is not done whatsoever.
She'll definitely come back stronger, but for now, it is Alexis freaking Lee's night.
Good job. Well done. Alexis Lee, still the CWE Vixens Champion.
The following 3-way match is scheduled for 1 fall, and it is for the Renegades of Wrestling Championship!
Malaysia Pro Wrestling, let me introduce myself. I am the technical marvel Aiden Rex, and I'm here to challenge Tommy Ali and the current champion Eman Asman for Renegades of Wrestling Championship. See, 2 months ago, I faced a setback when I lost the SPW Southeast Asia Championship. And now comes the perfect opportunity for me to once again become champion. Because this is what I'm all about. I am all about competition. And at the end of the night, not only will I become champion, but Malaysian Pro Wrestling, you will find out what Aiden Rex is all about.
It's been a while, man. I've been on a win streak after I beat you before and you beat to victory and after victory. And I thought my third victory is gonna lead to something big. But no, I'm just jumping to the point. I'm just gonna take that damn title of yours. And even better, I get to face one of the best top pro wrestler in Singapore, Aiden Wax, who actually did beat you before, so am I. And that's why I'm gonna beat you both. I'm not just gonna prove that I'm the best around here. I want to prove that last time when I beat you, Eman, it wasn't just luck. You two have been champions, but it's about time I get my own.
Ever since New Breakthrough, everyone's been asking me, how did Tommy Hardy beat Eman Osman? I'm just gonna be honest, Tommy beat me fair and square, and I can't change the fact that he did. There's another person, there's another loss that's been haunting me as well since 2023, and it's Aiden Rex. If you didn't know, Aiden and I fought in Singapore before for the SPW Southeast Asia Championship. But at Fightback, it is not the golden boy that is coming back to Malaysia. It will be the Golden Tiger. And if you don't know who the Golden Tiger is, let me refresh you. The Golden Tiger is the most dominant champion in Renegades of Wrestling. This is the same Golden Tiger that formed the Ambush, the strongest and most successful faction in Australian wrestling to date. And this is the same Golden Tiger that will be running at the both of you at full speed and cave your skulls in with my elbow. Because at Fightback, I am coming to win for myself. On August 3rd, be ready to step up. Because I am going to chew you up and spit you up. Because the Golden Tiger is going to be Renegades of Wrestling champion. Forever.
Well, three extremely confident wrestlers. Everyone thinks that they're the best, but these three men will join us in the ring to prove which one of these three men will walk away with that championship belt. Of course, the first wrestler, the first competitor joining us in the ring, Aiden Rex, is no stranger to championship belts. However, this man right here, another one of the young upstarts from MYPW, one of the debutants in New Breed as well. Tommy Hardy has grown so much from New Breed all the way to Causeway Jam. Tommy Hardy has scored victory after victory. No, Tommy Hardy has not been a champion before, but one would certainly not shy away from putting money on it. As Tommy Hardy looks confident from his recent victory, together with Poppy, who unfortunately did not manage to gain a victory in the previous match. Will Tommy Hardy's luck be the same, or will he be able to defy that and be the new Renegades of Wrestling champion? One certainly does not have to commentate over this man right here. He is cocky. He has been a changed man ever since his appearances in Renegades of Wrestling, in Australian pro wrestling promotions. But his overconfidence is certainly deserving. As this man right here has been through so much and is now the Renegades of Wrestling champion and will be defending it right here on Malaysian soil.
Introducing first, the challengers. Representing Singapore Pro Wrestling from Singapore. Weighing in at 65 kilograms, the technical marvel, Aiden Rex!
Never a warm welcome for a Singaporean.
From Cyberjaya Selangor, weighing in at 65 kilograms, the Fightmonger, Tommy Hardy! And representing the ambush in Renegades of Wrestling, from Mont Kiara, Kuala Lumpur, by way of Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, weighing in at 65 kilograms, he is the Renegades of Wrestling champion, the Golden Tiger, and when the bell rings, your referee in charge, Joey.
Handing over that championship belt. It is now on the line as Eman Azman, the Golden Tiger, does not have champion's advantage in a triple threat match. No disqualification. He doesn't even have to be pinned to lose that championship belt. Is he ready to defend against these two men right here in the ring?
Interesting match right here as we get the bell rang. The match is officially underway. Eman Azman immediately targeting Aiden Rex before focusing on his attention on the Fightmonger Tommy Hardy. as he hits him with a series of chops in the corner. Tommy Hardy retaliating with chops of his own on Eman Osman.
Yes, what looked like the KL goal hit on Aiden Rex, and Aiden Rex is already down and out in the beginning of the match as Tommy Hardy and Eman Osman takes it to the ring. Eman Osman showing off his speed, showing off his agility with a beautiful drop kick, taking down Tommy Hardy.
Eman Osman, the Renegade of Wrestling champion since winning the title from Caveman Og, and interestingly enough, defeated Caveman Og in a hellacious tables, ladders, and chairs match to successfully retain the title at Renegades of Wrestling, God Save the Renegades. And as you look at Eman Osman, you know, I feel like he talked about how he is the golden, he's coming to this match as the Golden Tiger, and we can see that, the ferocity. Not something that we usually see from Eman Osman whenever he steps into the ring in whenever he steps into the MyPW ring.
Well, that defeat by Tommy Hardy in the recent New Breed might have activated something in Eman Osman. He went straight from the Golden Boy to the Golden Tiger, and he desperately needs to show Tommy Hardy that he means business, that he still is the champion, and that victory that Tommy Hardy scored against him was just a fluke.
Look at the springboard dropkick by Eman Osman taking out Tommy Hardy. Eman Osman desperately wants to win this match. After all, Tommy Hardy, you know, we mentioned about how he defeated Eman Osman at New Breed a few months ago, and last year at Champions Never Yield, SPW's event in early 2023, he was unsuccessful in wresting that title away, the SPW Southeast Asia Championship away from Aiden Rex, as Aiden Rex sends the Golden Tiger into the ring.
Yeah, right straight into the match. Aiden Rex, after Tommy Hardy has been taken out right outside of the ring, Aiden Rex looks to take advantage of the situation, going in for some kind of submission right into the pin, but no! 2 count by Aiden Rex. You can see how hungry Aiden Rex is to win that championship as well.
Aiden Rex, without question, the best pure technical wrestler here in Southeast Asia, decorated amateur wrestler as well. Oh, look at that!
What a kick! What an embarrassment shown by Aiden Rex. But of course, Tommy Hardy is back in this match, eating a few uppercuts from Aiden Rex. But this is the first time that we see Tommy Hardy facing someone from Singapore in Aiden Rex.
Aiden Rex, of course, you know, he's held that SPW Southeast Asia Championship for 721 days before recently losing it to the Statement Andrew Tang. And now, you know, Aiden Rex also has a lot to prove. He wants to win another championship, and there he goes. Look at the way he's just smooth like butter in that ring, with those submission holds and everything else he does.
Yeah, smooth like butter is definitely the description I would give to Aiden Rex. He looks like he's had all that experience come to show. There is a reason why he has been the SPW Southeast Asian Champion for 700 over days, and he is showing that to us right here, right now. Just why? Ooh. But of course, not if the Golden Tiger, Eman Osman, has anything to say for himself. But of course, that bulldog straight to the back of the head of Aiden Rex. Just only a 2 count.
Aiden Rex, one of his successful defenses of that championship, the Southeast Asia Championship, during his 721-day reign was actually against Carlo Cannon, who we'll be seeing later on in the main event. Meanwhile, Eman Osman, looking to pick up a huge win in this 3-way match, goes for a suplex. Aiden Rex making sure it does not happen. But
hold on a moment. Look at Tommy Hardy ascending to the top ropes as he goes for a crossbody. Double crossbody on two coveted wrestlers. Looks like Tommy Hardy, as fresh, as green as he is telling these two men, you better watch out, cause Tommy is here.
Tommy Hardy, the only man in this match to have never held a championship, taking it right to both Iman Azman and Aiden Rex with those elbow shots. Look at that drop kick, nicely done. Tony, how incredible would it be for Tommy Hardy in what would be his third win, his third victory, sees him walking out of MyPW Fightback, the new Renegades of Wrestling champion?
You know, I certainly would not disregard that chance, because you can see right now Tommy Hardy is on fire. Who in their right mind would go to the top rope for a crossbody? This man is just unhinged, as you can see by his characteristics, as you can see by his persona itself. But unfortunately, Iman Azman is too quick and too smart.
Oh, look at this!
No!
Roll up! Right here! No! Meanwhile, Iman Azman getting himself out of that predicament. And now, Tommy Hardy with a few elbow shots, followed by an enziguri, taking down Aiden Rex. What a match this has been thus far. And watch out for Iman Azman. Oh! Springs off of Tommy Hardy's back like Super Mario stomping on Goombas, taking out Aiden Rex. And now, Tornado DDT, beautifully executed by the Golden Tiger, by the Renegades of Wrestling champions. It goes for the cover. Aiden Rex makes the save.
Aiden Rex was prepared. He understands what it takes to win a match, and he understands the dangers of leaving two competitors in the ring who has had this kind of history already. You know, both Iman Azman and Tommy Hardy, their match was very, very hard fought. But yes, even though Tommy Hardy managed to score that victory, you can still tell that Iman Azman has what it takes. He still has it. But no, he eats 3 kicks from Aiden Rex, as Aiden Rex looking to put Iman Azman away to no avail, eating a chop straight to the chest. Iman Azman looking for the ropes, but no! Springboard DDT returning the favor, and Iman Azman, the Golden Tiger, is down on the mat. This might be it. Cover. No. Oh, looks like Aiden Rex has other intentions, ascending to the second rope.
He's not just a technical marvel. He can take the disguise, as he showed with that shooting star press on the second rope. But Iman Azman still finds it somewhere in him to kick out.
Beautifully done by Aiden Rex. You can see that championship material from both these men being on display.
Tornado DDT to a shooting star press. The energy that Aiden Rex is using in this match goes to show just how much is on the line. And Tommy Hardy, he has a lot to prove. He has a lot to prove. The crowd are firmly behind the Fightmonger as well.
Oh, but unfortunately a face plant, and now Tommy Hardy is down on the mat as well. What is Aiden Rex thinking of doing? Unfortunately, we will not find out, because Iman Azman is back up, and now Iman has other intentions. I am not too confident about Aiden Rex situation right now, because looks like Aiden Rex might be in trouble. No, he eats an Iric from Iman Azman, as we can see that confidence in Iman Azman looking for
Jeez Louise, the Hurricane Rana. Meanwhile, Tommy Hardy with a frog splash.
He might be stealing this away from Iman Azman, but no! Yet another close call. Almost a 3 count from the referee. But now 3 men are down, including Tommy Hardy, who was so confident thinking that he have won that match already.
Tony, I am so tempted to join in on the crowd chant and clapping away because this match truly is awesome.
Well, very, very fast paced. All three men are in that quick and agile characteristics, and all three men are just showing it off right here, right now.
Tommy Hardy, what is he looking for? Could be go neck breaker. No, Iman Azman dodged out of the way.
Oh, what a kick! Looks like Tommy Hardy is outstanding.
He could be rolling him up right here. Iman Azman. Oh, look at this. Oh, we see a victory. No.
Oh, that was a dangerous roll-up pin by Tommy Hardy.
Ooh, Falcon Arrow, nicely done by the champion. And now, could we see the KL Gold from Iman Azman? It looks like he's signaling for it. Measuring, sizing up the fight monger. If he hits this, it will be over. No! Meanwhile, Indirect coming in with a sling blade. Hits Iman Azman low. Swinging neck breaker while hooking the leg.
And now Iman Azman and Tommy Hardy is out advantage. Aiden Rex as he ascends to the sky looking to soar. Unfortunately, he misses. Oh!
Bloody Stone connects.
And now it's Iman Azman versus Tommy Hardy once again. And this is a predicament. Oh no, no way.
Very similar situation if we saw a New Breed with both men trying to roll each other up. But Iman Azman.
That was almost the same situation as New Breed 2 as well. Looks like this.
Oh, wait a minute! KO Gold connects! Could this be it? And Iman Azman retains the Renegades of Wrestling Championship in an hellacious match!
Here's your winner, and still Renegades of Wrestling Champion, Iman Azman!
Almost a similar situation to what happened in New Breed 2, but not if Iman Azman, the Golden Tiger, has anything to say about it. Yes, you can see the disappointment in Aiden Rex's face, but Iman Azman doesn't care, and he's still the ROW champion.
Wow, that is a match of the year candidate if I've ever seen one, Tony. What a match!
Now we got all the coconuts, bitch.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the MYPW FIGHTBACK main event! This match is scheduled for one fall! And it is for the MYPW World Championship!
The disrespect coming from the current Southeast Asian champion Shivam, who's only just recently beat the Wonder Boy and set up Thailand to claim that MYPW Southeast Asian Championship. And now he is looking to steal another championship belt from MYPW. but he has a tall task as his opponent is our very own MYPW World Champion. Shiva doesn't know what is coming to him. We've had Carlo Cannon defending the belt recently against the Statement Andrew Tang while injured and still come out the champion and still come out the MYPW World Champion. Shiva better be ready, because if he's not, he is in for a beautiful death.
Introducing first, the challenger, representing Setup Thailand Pro Wrestling. Weighing in at 100 kilograms, he is the new MYPW Southeast Asia Champion, the Ace of Thailand and Malaysia's favorite son, Shiva! Let's
go! Did he just told Johan to say that? The nerve!
And his opponent, to purge all in his wake and pile the bodies as his throne, from Melbourne, Victoria, Australia, weighing in tonight, he hails from Malaysia! Weighing in at 110 kilograms, the MYPW World Champion,
You're in my house now, bitch.
And when the bell rings, the referee in charge, Joey.
Big fight feel indeedo. The MYPW World Championship on the line as we see Carlo Cannon one-on-one, weight to weight versus a Shivam. Both men looking at their best. Both men is in the peak of their career. Current champions for both. Let's see who will come out the champion.
We have Carlo Cannon, honorary Malaysian, in the house. Shivam, everywhere he goes, he claims to be that country's favorite son. And here, for the first time in a MYPW ring, it's no different for the Ace of Thailand.
You know, there's a term for Shivam here in Malaysia, and it is kurang ajar. He's been disrespecting the crowd. He's been disrespecting Carlo Cannon, you know, pointing out the height difference and all that. Oh boy, you do not want to see Carlo Cannon angry.
I mean, the last time we saw Carlo Cannon in this very building, he pretty much puts the statement through a table.
Well, you can see the height discrepancy might not be of any validity whatsoever because looks like Shivam does not have the advantage here, even though he's the taller of the two.
Shivam, of course, 1 week ago, defeating the Wonder Boy to become the new MYPW Southeast Asia champion as he takes Carlo Cannon to the corner and delivers a chop. Carlo Cannon doesn't look phased at all. Oh, you know what's coming next? He hits that German suplex. It will be... Oh, wait a minute. Oh! Overhead right into Magic suplex. And Shivam is feeling it right now.
Yeah, that's what happens when you are a rude little thing. As he eats more and more overhead suplex, looks like Shivam has already bought a ticket to Suplex Town.
Off the ropes goes Shivam. Carlo Cannon meets him right there. Drop kick.
A sweeping drop kick immediately takes Shivam out. Shivam looks like he has already been KO'd.
Now Shivam is on the outside, recuperating, probably rethinking his strategy. And Carlo Cannon is in hot pursuit. There he goes with that southpaw of a left hand.
You guys told me something last time, ready?
And remember when Carlo Cannon picked up a new word in the last show? Well, he's gonna make sure that that is repeated here as he chops Shivam, and the crowd is loving every moment of it.
Looks like Carlo Cannon educating all these international superstars that have joined us here in MYPW,
and
the
look at
Malaysian
Shivam using a fan as a shield. And of course, taking every advantage he can take, raking the eye of our world champion.
Dirty moves by Shivam, showing that you gotta play smart in order to win matches here in MYPW as well.
Oh, did you hear the sound of that, Tony? To the ring post goes our champion.
That might be the equalizer from Shivam as he seeks to level the playing field with Carlo Cannon.
It looks like Shivam wants the crowd to part like the Red Sea, as it looks like he is gonna send Carlo Cannon. Oh, wait a minute. What a ruse by the MYPW Southeast Asia champion.
Of course, they are just showing their discontent. This Shivam has been rude, has been kurang aja since the first time he stepped foot into the MYPW ring, and now he seeks to embarrass the MYPW World Champion.
But it looks like Carlo Cannon's not having any of that as he hits, what is it, the third overhead back-to-back suplex on Shivam. There is a little bit of blood coming down the mouth of Carlo Cannon, probably from that ring post shot earlier. But it looks like Carlo Cannon now looking to mount that comeback, has him up to the power of Cash Money.
All that blood going to the head of Shivam, suffering. You know, all that blood would have been caught by, whoa! Brain buster straight to Shivam, and this might be it. But it doesn't look like Carlo Cannon is looking to put this match away anytime soon.
Almost looked like Shivam's eyes were about to pop out of his head. I thought, oh, wait a minute. As if using a fan as a shield is not enough, he's using referee Joey as a shield right now. Oh, wait a minute! Shoving referee Joey to the ropes, causing Carlo Cannon to tumble and fall. And now now it looks like this is going to be in Shivam's favor.
Looks like Shivam has been an intelligent wrestler so far. He's showing why he became the MyPW Southeast Asian champion.
Ooh! Running European uppercut to the back of the head as he goes for the cover. No, not enough to put Carlo Cannon down. Shivam would love nothing more, Tony. He would love nothing more than to walk out of MyPW Fightback with 2 championship gold.
Well, the self-proclaimed Malaysia's favorite son in Shivam, he might have the advantage currently, but if he does not put this match away soon, if he does not dish more punishment, but it looks like he is doing his best to take down Carlo Cannon.
There's the cover! Carlo with the shoulder up. Still has some fight left in him.
Some fight, Johan. It's been 1 count after 1 count after 1 count, and Carlo Cannon seems unfazed by the damage done by Shivam.
And he should be. Carlo Cannon has been MyPW World Champion for over 500 days. If anything, he would love to make it to day 1000. I am pretty sure that is what Carlo Cannon would love. And in order to do that, he has to successfully defend the title against Shivam, which is, as we are seeing in front of our very own eyes, not an easy task.
Well, Shivam showing that he has the traits of a champion indeed, but of course not a very honorable champion, I would say. More like an intelligent champion. He does what it takes to gain that victory, and he is showing the fans, he is showing the MyPW universe right now what he is capable of. Dishing out punishment, using ring ropes, going for the turnbuckle, using a fan, using the referee, dishing out more punishment to Carlo Cannon. But will he be able to dish out enough damage to put him away?
Man, if that went to a 5, oh, come on. If that went to a 5, Shivam would have been disqualified and would have lost his chance at becoming world champion. And now, oh, wait a minute, oh! Carlo Cannon now with the chop, another boot to the face. And now, the world champion ascending the top rope, goes for a missile drop kick and pretty much turning Shivam inside out.
Bold man putting all on the line as Carlo Cannon sends Shivam in a mannequin state. That guy looks like he is out of it.
Referee Joey now administering the 10 count. First man to make it to your feet will have the advantage. But you can tell that this match has taken its toll on both Cannon and Shivam.
Yeah, looks like that top rope missile drop kick might have hurt Carlo Cannon as much as he hurt Shivam.
Shivam now going for a right hand. Carlo answers with a chop. Now Shivam with a chop of his own, and Carlo retaliates. Both men meet in the center of the ring, but oh gosh, it looks like Shivam. It looks like Shivam is taking too much punishment, and now going for a series of elbow shots. Ooh, that right hand and a kick by Carlo Cannon. Fisherman's Buster takes him down. Could we see? No.
Unfortunately, only 2 after that series of attack from Carlo Cannon. Shivam finding out firsthand that Carlo Cannon is 10 times stronger than he is, and he will not be able to come back from this, can he?
Ooh, spine buster, nicely done by Shivam, who goes for the cover. And still Carlo Cannon is able to find a way to kick out. And you can see the frustration on Shivam's face tells it all. He's so desperately He so desperately wants to win that MyPW World Championship and end Carlo Cannon's historic 500 plus days as champion.
You know, this is very, very dangerous stuff coming from Shivam. It does seem to me like Shivam is fueled by the discontent of the MyPW universe. So the bigger of a villain that Shivam is, he dishes out more punishment. But of course, Carlo Cannon, being the warrior that he is, has so much to say about it as he knocks Shivam out at the turnbuckle while he's going for his running double knees to the back of the head. This might be it for Shivam. This might be it for Carlo Cannon, going for his signature release German suplex as Shivam hits the man hard.
Goes for the cover, and still not enough to put Shivam down. Shivam just was sent flying across the ring. In true Carlo Cannon fashion, but unfortunately for our champion, Shivam still manages to find a way to kick out.
You know, I believe very strongly that if you hold championship gold, you have a certain aura about you, and it does seem to me like Shivam has that as well.
And now Carlo Cannon probably looking to finish off Shivam. I guess he's going for a pile driver. Looks like he is. Shivam, on the other hand, has other ideas. Oh! Pop-up powerbomb! Could this be over? No!
Oh, smart move by Shivam, but unfortunately it does not take Carlo Cannon out. Carlo Cannon still showing that he has all that fight still in him. He has that... Ooh! And Shivam continues to fuel the MyPW universe up with discontent, and looks like he might be able to put this away. Telling that it's over, going for his signature uppercut, and it lands! It might be over for Carlo Cannon!
The frustration, the desperation, whatever it takes to pick up the win, Shivam is going to do exactly that. And now, look
he goes for his final cut! This might be over for Carlo Cannon!
New champion, no!
That was mighty close from Carlo Cannon, showing the heart of a champion. You know, I told you about the champions having that aura. Carlo Cannon has way more than aura.
This is awesome! This is awesome!
And the fans letting both Carlo Cannon and Shivam know just how they feel about this match. So close, so very close, yet so far from victory for Shivam. And now,
what kind of mind space will Shivam be in? He already landed 2 of his signature moves, still not being able to send Carlo Cannon away, as Carlo Cannon reverses a top rope final cut attempt.
That left hand shook Shivam, probably knocked his lights out, and now, oh my goodness, what a move!
Top rope overhead suplex, wow! Looks like Carlo Cannon is now in great advantage, but what is he going to do next? It seems like he is asking the fans on what to do next.
Carlo Cannon definitely taking it all in, and it looks like he has something in mind. May have been a big mistake by Shivam to awaken the sleeping beast.
What?
As he eats a power driver. It's over, ladies and gentlemen. Carlo Cannon still MyPW World Champion.
Champion!
jumping pile driver delivered to Shivam, and that is all she wrote. Retaining his MyPW World Championship, Carlo Cannon continues on his legacy of 500 plus days as MyPW World Champion.
Not sure what exactly is going on here, but seems like Carlo Cannon, you know, giving referee Joey his flowers right there. But it looks like, you know, both of these men did fight hard. And, you know, it's not often we see Carlo Cannon extending his hand out for a handshake. But, you know, considering how both these men had an amazing match, you could
Of course, you wouldn't expect any less. He has been showing his disrespect for MyPW for the longest time as he continues
He's got that Southeast Asia Championship in his hands as well. He's gonna hit Carlo Cannon with it. Wait a minute!
More and more
Hang on a second, Tony! It's John Ren! The One-Man Dynasty! Chasing off Shivam, but as we look right there, Janwan has both the World Championship and the Southeast Asian Championship. Earlier, of course, he mentioned about how the next time he's in MyPW, he wants a title shot, and it looks like he's weighing his options right now. Which is the one he will want to go for?
Well, Janwan proved to the MyPW universe that he is certainly a warrior, and he seemingly choosing Shivam.
Well, he is daring Shivam to take his title back. Oh, well, I guess he has other plans in mind. He wants to go after Carlo Cannon's World Championship.
Well, unless we are a fly on the wall or a fly in the ring, unfortunately, we do not know of Janwan's, the One-Man Dynasty's intention so far.
There's a lot of history between both Carlo Cannon and Janwan, and it looks to me like there is some sense of mutual respect between these two men, but as we just saw, it looks like Janwan, you know, as much as he respects Carlo Cannon, he also wants to be a champion. And if it is the World Championship that he is after, then by God, I am looking forward to seeing a clash between these two titans.
Well, it will certainly be an interesting match between Carlo Cannon and Janwan.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible night. 3 title matches, 3 successful title defenses. For Tony Abel, this has been Johan Yusuf. Thank you for tuning in to MyPW Fightback. We will see you at the next show. Good night, everybody.